Hi, my name's Shawn. I'm from the Campsite Sports Shop, and I'm going to do a little turkey calling on friction calls and a little segment called Turkey Talk from the Campsite Sports Shop. I'm going to go over the three types of calls: a box call, a slate call, and a push button box call, on how to use them. On a box call is two parts. There's the lid and there's the box. What I do with the lid, I hold it on an angle and I scrape it towards me on the box, which makes a yelping sound. And that's a yelp on the box call. On a slate call, when you start with the slate call, you have to rough up the face. This is the face of the slate, this is the back of the slate, the dome. And I rough up the striker a little bit so it makes the right noise. And then you take the striker, you hold it tight in your fingers, and you do little circles to make yelps. Then you do big circles, makes louder yelps. Then you could do purrs. And you can even do cuts with a slate call. And that's a slate call. On a push button box call is the easiest call you do. It's also two parts. There's a lid that you chalk. You put chalk on there. Close the lid, and then you just push the button. And this is the simplest call out there made on the market, I think. It makes the right noise, and you can do yelps. You can do, and that's the three calls I have for you today. With the gobbler call in the spring, you really don't want to use it when you're hunting in the woods. This I use for a locating call in the evenings when the turkeys go to a roost, because the gobble call will make another gobble answer. The turkey will answer the gobble call. And it's really not good to use this during a day hunt, because somebody could come hunt you because they hear a gobble call. And it goes a little bit like this. I want to talk to you a little bit about what you wear turkey hunting. You have to be fully camoed, because a turkey can see 50 times better than you. He can see the littlest movement. You have to be camoed. And a very important piece of equipment in turkey hunting is your hat with a head net that comes down like this. And it keeps the mayflies from attacking you. The mayflies in May are unbelievable bugs that bite, and they bite you, and there's a lot of them. And this thing protects your forehead from getting bit, because the net comes around the brim of the hat, and it's a very important piece of equipment in turkey hunting. On a box call, on a windy day, the box tone breaks through the wind. Like on a really windy day, in a spring day, that call goes through the wind better than a slate call. This is a more finesse call. This one's quieter, which does great tree yelps in the morning. When the birds first wake up, they're very quiet, and they just do little... It's a very quiet call. This wouldn't work too well in the wind. This call you could use by holding it on your gun, so you'd have a hand free. And just to get them to come the last little bit, you could just give them... There's just different wood.
What's the difference in the strikers?
Different woods make different tones. I have the corn cob striker. I have a corn cob striker. I have a black walnut striker. I have a pine striker and a cherry striker. And they make different noises on the different slate calls. See if we can hear the difference. That was like a higher pitched. That was pretty close to the same pitch. That was the same pitch too. And this one's a real high pitched. Sometimes turkeys will answer a low pitch, sometimes you'll have to go high, that you think it's not even making the right noise, but the turkeys will answer it. Like that's really high and this is low. So it's good to carry this extra stuff to get the turkey to gobble if they're not really talking like they usually talk. I use locator calls in the spring and a lot of different ones. At night I use an owl call and the gobbler call. During the day I'll use a hawk call, an owl call, a peacock call because it's high pitched. And that causes the gobbler, when he hears it, they gobble. And that gives you a good idea where you got to go in the morning and if they're in the woods where you're hunting, where you keep walking. But you use them every once in a while when the woods is quiet, and sometimes you get a shock gobble from a turkey using a locator call.